I want to talk about, where is it? This one news that happened. So this just happened, and I wanted to do like a live reaction of this, and I want to see how the fuck this is, right? This is like news, like totally like blew me over until I saw it and I'm like, no freaking way, but we're gonna be watching it again.
Hey everyone, we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
I've had to really search my soul on this one.
His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning.
Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside.
And I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Yeah, just completely empty up here. And terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey Hugh,
And
you want to play
that's
Wolverine
Hugh
one more time?
Yeah.
I love their bromance. I watched this earlier myself. Yeah, dude. So this like came fucking out of nowhere. I wanted to like talk about this one because this feels like it's so goddamn juicy. This news was the most juiciest out of like everything that came out of like the last weekend, and we'll be getting to those, right? But fucking Deadpool 3 is going to have Wolverine, and it's gonna be none other than Hugh fucking Jackman, right? Hugh Jackman. It's just so funny that like this news popped out of nowhere, and we got like Deadpool 3 and it's gonna have Wolverine coming back when it's Hugh Jackman, right? Because for those that don't know, right, Hugh Jackman played Wolverine, the titular three-clawed adamantium skeleton motherfucker with that hokey-ass like haircut. I mean, it's cool, but you know, it's still hokey, right? But we haven't heard or seen anything Wolverine after Logan, like, and because like Disney has now bought, Disney has bought Marvel Studios, Lucasfilms, and 20th Century Fox, right? And we saw this coming like a mile away, right? Like once Disney bought 20th Century Fox, then maybe we could see like the potential return of classic Marvel characters that we know and love, like the X-Men, especially Wolverine. But before the Disney acquisition, Hugh Jackman was like pretty much done with Wolverine. Like after like X-Men 1, 2, 3, there was X-Men Origins, then there's the Wolverine, then there was the prequel series, which was Days of Future Past and First Class. And Hugh Jackman was feeling like that fatigue for Wolverine, like he didn't want to do anymore. And when studios brought up the script for Logan, which was his big like end-all be-all for Wolverine, like he was done with the character until, you know, just recently, right? Because actors, you know, they say like, I'm not dissing like Hugh Jackman, right? But actors say like one thing and then they can like come back with like certain conditions, right? Like Hugh Jackman would come back as Wolverine if like Ryan Reynolds would like approve of it so. And like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are like good buddies, and this is like a follow-up video for the original post that Ryan Reynolds put on his Twitter profile, asking about like Q&A of like Wolverine in Deadpool 3 and in the MCU.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
You have questions.
Yes. I had a lot of questions. I'm sure you had a lot of questions, but rest assured, we're going to answer them right now. Like, for example, how is Wolverine alive after Logan?
Logan takes place in 2029, totally separate thing. Logan died in Logan, not touching that. What actually happens in our film
Oh jeez, I don't know what that is, but it sounds scrumptious. But yeah, right. So good thing to know is that quick explainer video that tackles timeline questions, Logan canon, MCU facts, and whether we can do this all day or not. Whether we can do this all day or not. It is before 2029, so it's all good. Yeah, of course, right? But it's just so like out of nowhere that fucking Deadpool comes out. Ryan Reynolds makes like a Twitter post that comes out that like, oh, Deadpool 3 will be coming. Right? It's like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And Wolverine's gonna come back? Oh man, if he comes back and he has like his suit on, oh my god, that's gonna be the best Marvel movie since like fucking Spider-Man No Way Home. And No Way Home is already OD, it's already bussin'. But damn. But I can't wait. So like Deadpool 3 is gonna be the third Deadpool movie, and it's gonna have like Wolverine as like the main titular character. And Deadpool kind of like did this with like Deadpool 2, where they teased like Cable, and it was unclear of like whether or not Deadpool was going to be like an MCU like character given like his like nature in the films, and how is that going to mesh into like the very PG-13 kid-focused Marvel cinematic universe, right? And Ryan Reynolds said like, oh, you know, Deadpool's got to be true to his character, right? He is a vulgar, potty mouth, gory like assassin, right? With a break the fourth wall complex, right? That's Deadpool. That's his character, right? And you can't fuck up with that anyway at all. Like, you know, She-Hulk can like break the fourth wall, but it's not like to the effect that Deadpool has, you know. So I'm glad that Kevin Feige and approved of Deadpool and is launching with like the R rating, right? And that's hopefully good. Like I hope it's gonna be rated R. Like, you know, we don't know the actual release date, and I don't know how long it was when there was like Deadpool like concerns for the MCU, but Deadpool's rated R. Like you gotta like have that. And plus with like the Disney acquisition with the 20th Century Fox acquisition by Disney themselves, people were like wondering like, man, when are we gonna actually see X-Men? Deadpool is kid friendly. Jeez, that's another take. He's got that potty mouth. He's got like, he says like, he's got that like, what? Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk, that creative way of just like saying curse words, you know? But I feel like Deadpool does it well. But it's so amazing to hear about Deadpool like 3, and having being like Deadpool with true to character, that's also really amazing, right? And Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? People were wondering when are they gonna add like X-Men or like the Fantastic Four in the MCU, because right now in Phase 4, a lot of people feel like they're skeptical about like the MCU, not just like in CG, but like where is the MCU going with all of these like recent projects like She-Hulk and Shang-Chi and Miss Marvel? There's no like immediate threat that that has surfaced throughout all of like the MCU Phase 4 projects, right? Whether it be Disney Plus or in movies, right? And we still don't know, right? But that's another thing. But like, no giant threat, no need. No giant threat, no need. Yeah, like have many mini threats, right? But then we have like Phase 5 and Phase 6, right? Which will be sort of like tilting towards like what the Phase 6 movies are gonna be like, and that's gonna be the big Avengers movies, Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. Like Phase 4 kind of teased of like what potentially the big bad is going to be. Well, one of them is, right? It's going to be Kang the Conqueror and his goddamn like time chair like this, right? And we've already like speculated that. And Secret Wars is going to be the multi-dimensional tournament of power, right? And you have a lot of like superheroes fighting with each other, and it will be hosted by Doctor Doom. So Doctor Doom is the other like big bad, right? And that's still like long ways to go. And in Phase 4, we don't have a scent of like, X-Men, well, big bads, but also an X-Men or Fantastic Four. We got like a little something with Fantastic Four with like Doctor Strange, but everybody knows how in Doctor Strange, everybody knows how Mr. Fantastic went out like went out like a piece of fucking spaghetti in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, right? But that was like another like dimension. We still have the Fantastic Four movie like on the way, but it's gonna be far on the way, you know? But when are we gonna see mutants? When are we gonna see X-Men, right? And Miss Marvel teased like mutants and X-Men, which retconning her original origin, which that she is an Inhuman. But they just said like, oh fuck it, mutants. Why the fuck not? But I'm still like curious of like where they're going. But other than that, Ryan Reynolds like making that Twitter post about like Deadpool 3 and adding like Wolverine into the mix, and not only into Deadpool but also in the MCU is like astounding, right? Because again, Hugh Jackman hasn't been Logan for like a long goddamn time. Like he stopped that role after Logan, and Logan was like a very somber it was a very somber movie, right? And the best way I could describe Logan is this: you watch the movie once, you never want to watch it again. Well, it could depend on the person per person, right? But Logan is a sad movie, right? Like it feels like the type of like movies that like you watch it once and never again. But actors can have a big persuasion install, right? They can say, oh, it's been that long since I played Logan, right? And I can do Wolverine. I can play the titular character again if certain conditions are met, right? It's like, what was it? Mark Hamill, right? At like Batman stuff, something like that. Like, I think it was like for Batman: The Killing Joke, right? The animated movie. Like, he would come back as Joker if Kevin Conroy would be like Batman. And like Mark Hamill is known for many titular roles. The most iconic of them would be like Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, right? But he's also the Joker in Batman the Animated Series. He's been in so many things. But it's just like that actor, like, you know, actor like, oh, I could give this like a second shot, you know? But this is really cool. Like, I like this. Holy shit. I can't wait for these two characters to like butt heads. Like, you thought like Deadpool and Cable butting heads was like pretty titularly awesome. Get ready for like Deadpool and Wolverine to like you know, just be violent to each other. I can't wait. But yeah, that was like Deadpool like 3 announcement. We don't have like an official like trailer for Deadpool. We don't have a an actual like cast like build up nor like a release window. They just like announced the idea, and Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman pitched it to Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige was sold.